Hi, I'm Ian and I'm the Lonely Chef. And we have a fabulously funny show for you in the next half an hour. At the end of the show there's a number and I want you to jot it down and call me because, well, I'm single and I'm looking for a date and possibly a relationship and who knows, maybe even marriage. I'm looking to meet somebody special. I'm fabulously wealthy. I want to settle down and I want to share this wealth with that special person and just live happily ever after. So enjoy the show and hopefully we'll meet. Until we do, goodbye. Oh, one more thing. I do happen to lie an awful lot.
Lonely, I've been searching for so long. Lonely, only hoping you're the one who will change my life and make these dreams come true. Lonely, the time goes on and on. Lonely, still searching for the one. I would sail the 7 oceans and cross the burning sand till the day I find you, never to be lonely again.
Is it nobler of the mind to take thy swordeth and plunge it between the broken parts of my heart? Has she stolen my affection and my life's blood? Is it only Ieth who doeth whenevereth? Is yes. The answer is yeteth. And how long do I have to suffer the ignoble and the insomniable and the unutterable slingshots of defection from an obnoxious neighboureth who have the name of Christeth Basilicus? How long must this go on? Must I plunge this sword between my heart and my breast? Or, cometh inneth, Christeth. Enter.
Hail, my liege!
Thyeth are welcome. What is thy nameth, slaveth?
My name is Christus Basilius. I cometh forward to give thee support in thy cooking of thy hen
Thank thou.
and the entertaining of thy babe.
Okayeth. All right, Christeth, what we must do is lay out the plot of my showeth. And my showeth, in case you're wondering, todayeth, be the fact that I am actually mounting a $5 million road play. It's a Shakespearean touring theater. And it is going to be coming to your town, so watch out for it. You see, Shakespeare never did what we call in the business a cooking tragic show. And this is one of the things that I want to do, you see. And there's a lot of dispute amongst the historians today that Shakespeare actually wrote those plays, because it was actually my grandfather, my great-great-great-grandfather, who is the real writer of those plays. And Christeth is here to help me prepare for this young lady called Linda, who I met. She's a stage director, a stage manager, and she's going to be here with a wonderful meal, and it's Bombay chicken breasts. And Christeth is here to help me get into the mood of doing some of the stuff that these Shakespearean tragic plays. Now, I'm very sensitive to all kinds of tragedy. And there's a lot of violence in Shakespeare, but we're not going to have any of that in my play, because we are going to get it into thy trusteth spirit of the emotions and so on. So why don't you stay tuned, and we'll be right back in just a second with Christeth, Basilicus, and Thoueth. O noble countrymen, I feeleth a scene cometh upon me we must walk forward, Christus, into the path of the future, and doeth this scene, a soliloquy for two.
Yes, my great liege Enith, I will follow thee, because if I stand in thy shadow, I will be lost to all.
Why beeth that, Christeth?
Thy vast bulk, O mighty Ian.
O Christus, I trusteth thou. Let me have men about me who are lean like you, with receding hairlineth, that bestoke on bestoke, and whatever it else is that you doeth.
Watchest, O great Ian, this happened once before to Caesar, when he made fun of his fellows, and look what happened to him.
Yes.
A dagger was plunged into him over and over again. Unlike mine, it actually stuck.
Christus, do I detect a certain ambience in your voice?
Actually, I thought that was my deodorant wearing off, O great Ian.
Christeth, do I trusteth thou? Wilt thou give thy life for me? Wilt thou plunge this dagger into your hearteth instead of mine?
No.
I think you've said it all, Christeth. Well, I think we should go and cook up some Bombay chicken, don't you? Well,
Sounds
let's
good
go
to
back
me.
onto the kitchen there. That was a great... What's the matter here?
My toga is riding up. I feel like wedgeth coming on. Okay.
A wedge.
Off to the kitchen.
Haileth, haileth! We march towards the kitchen.
Well, some of us are marching and some of us are hopping.
Righteth, righteth. We are actually going to cooketh up a wonderful mealeth. We have probably got to have plastic surgery afterwards to correct this speecheth impediment. But what we are going to doeth is to take in a line breatheth and two breatheth, and mix up this breatheth with an writeth.
And mix it up with whateth?
Writeth.
Ritheth.
That is what I said, writeth.
The little white graineth.
That is correcteth.
Absolutely.
That is correcteth.
I think this is catching.
All right, Eth. Well, we have Eth and chicken breast and two chicken breasteth. We also have some celery. Why am I doing this?
A celery cap
Yes.
is what we have.
My dentist must give me new braces. All right.
I hope you get rid of this silly accent when the dateth approacheth.
The dateth approacheth. Now, Judith is a stage manager, and what she is going to do is
Pardon-moi.
Yes?
Who?
Judith.
Judith.
That was not a this. That was a Judith. Judith, she's a lovely lady. I met her in a play.
Pardon, my liege, I doth believe thou mess up. The young lady in question, her maiden name is Linda.
Linda, that is right of courseth, Basilicus. Thou mayst take us the rest of the day offeth when thou gettest through with me. But Linda is her real name, I stand correcteth. But I did meet her in a playeth, and it was the best playeth I ever saw in my lifeth. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to cook up this Bombayeth chicken. And it's very, very good. Now, could you turn that on for me there?
Certainly, my
And,
liege, I'm here to please.
Ah, yes, Christus Basilicus, thy pleasure unit of the Roman army. Basilicus.
Call me Christus.
Okay,
We're
Christus.
certainly on a first name basis now.
You may need us a week off us. Would you throweth that in, the garlic of thine essence?
I will throw the garlic. I am now throwing the garlic.
Thank you. And
The garlic has been thrown.
Christus, put in the riceth vinegar. And what we've got here is
And of what quantity, my liege? Whatever I feel like?
just a minus quantity, a little quantities. This is really weird speaking, isn't it?
Really weird chicken.
Okay, Christoph, put in this. This is a wonderful curry paste. Now, I haven't had time to actually show this to you today because this curry came from India, where I was actually playing Shakespeare in one of the Stratford-on-Avon touring companies, and we did in fact play to the entire population of India, and it was very interesting to see what happened. But while Chris is stirring this, what I want you to do is to remember that if you would like to be a guest on this show, then just write in, and there's a telephone number at the end of the show. We'd love to have you on as a guest, and it's absolutely terrific. So let's get back to the cooking. All right.
My liege,
Yes, Christus.
this mixes very well.
Goodeth. What we're going to do is to get these chicken breasts here, we're going to take them off of the bone here, and we're going to just put in some little strips here, like so. And we'll get these all organized. And then we will put in some beautiful rosemary, which we have here. Chris, would you put this in here?
Certainly.
Taketh thine breatheth and put it in thine pot, O Basilicus. And we will put in some peppers. And this is kind of a mild curry that we're going to make with this particular dish. And we are going to just take this pepper here and chop it up. And Basilicus, would you put this in too?
Yes, my liege. I wouldn't want you to waste your energy going that extra 6 inches. Do the women that you knoweth grab a hold of thyself, or let go of thyself?
I wish I could have.
Do the women goeth for this sort of
Yes, food.
grub?
We have one more thing to put into the pot, O Basilicus. Oh, holdeth open thy handeth.
Thy handeth is open. There
There you go.
I assumeth this goes in the potteth.
Into the potteth precisely, Basilicus. And we will put in a little of the celery here.
These togas come in handy as handy kitchen wipes.
Do you think, as though, Basilicus, that we can take them back to the hoteleth room we stayed at last night in the outskirts of Rometh?
No, I don't think either one of us are welcome back after what our horses did. They leave a great method in the courtyard.
Why don't you put this in there to us?
Oh, yes, my liege. Let me help you, and so you do not strain your massive arms.
Now we have a little rosemary that's put in there.
I was sure her name was Linda.
I stand as corrected once more. Basilicus, you keep this up, you will either be executed or the president of Rome. Take a little...
Rome?
Rome! That is what I said, Rome.
Well.
Take a little rosemary.
Whyeth not? I hope the said Linda shows up sooneth. My hands are getting crusteth.
All right, we'll be backeth in just one moment. So stay tuned, That's quite fabulous, Chriseth. Anyway, we'll put in a little more Japanese eggplant here because it adds a lot of color.
Something thou can get quite often in Rometh.
Yes. Here we go. Okay, just put this in. All right, just a little more.
May I ask a question?
You most certainly mayeth.
If something perhaps happened to you, unexpectedly so, and you were unable to continue when your date arrives, would that be that I would be the neighbor that would help out?
Well, I guess I would be looking for a stand-in if something tragic were to happen to me.
Unbelievable.
It's the kind of thing that we also need to put into this recipe, a little cream. Now, this is the
Please
piece
pour
de
that, I'll
resistance.
stir that
Stir
right
that. Stir that, Chris, while you just keep doing that because that is our curry base. And then what we're going to do with that, I just want to put in a little bit of orange pepper here. And choose foods with lots of colors because it's a terrific way to go. And throw some of those little seeds in there. It's just terrific. Now, if you like a really hot curry, then you can put in a little Tabasco or some of the other peppers, cayenne or whatever. I prefer a little Tabasco because it just, not too much, but just a little there.
Looks delicious.
Why don't we pull that rice pan over here, Chris? Why don't we pull that over? Do you want to pass that over, or let me get that and just put that here? And what we do
I'll
is
hold this for you.
Okay, we pour this into here like so, and we just mix that around, and there's the basis of our curry. And when this is served up with a little dressing and stuff, it's just absolutely wonderful. It's tasty. Can you see that? Ah, that beeth our directoress.
Ah, the babeth has arrived.
Go hither, thine slave, and bringeth thy director to me.
I'm hithering, my liege.
Watch out for thy wedgeth there, Christeth.
Ah! Enter. Judith, Linda, Rosemary. Entereth all the way.
Do cometh into thine apartment.
I see you've dressed for your parts.
Yes, and we are waiting for thou. And we have been getting into the moodeth. May I taketh thy baggeth, Christus?
Oh, that's right. I'll just go over here.
Taketh thy baggeth.
Thy baggeth has been taken.
Well, so what would you like us to do? How can you help us become the classic trained actor?
Well, one of the first things that is most important to learn when doing Shakespeare is exits. So, would you like to learn how to do an exit?
I would.
How about a classic Stratford off-to-battle exit?
I would love to do that
Okay.
if I only knew what it was.
The first thing you have to do is get the stance right. One foot forward, the other foot open, like this,
Yes.
and the arm up.
Art thou readiest, Christus?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
give us a rhyming couplet and exit.
I will be gone this day. You'll not see me again. For when I leave, I will be on my way.
Well doneth, Christus. Well doneth. One moment. Yes, Christus. Toughest. Now, back to my lessoneth. What do I needeth to do?
Well, the next most important thing, which I see you're working on already, is diction.
Yes, diction.
Well, okay, so we do a little warm-up here. Mm-hmm. Okay, repeat after me. Ba 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Ka 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 ka.
Ka 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 ka.
How now, wit, whither wander thou?
What?
How now, wit, whither wander thou?
How now, wit, whither wander thou?
How now, wit, whither
How now,
wander
wit?
thou?
How wander thou?
How now, wit, whither wander thou?
How now, wit, whither wander now? Thou.
Close.
Close.
Good. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
other
diction?
thing you need is historically accurate costumes and props. Now, well, this is not bad, but the other thing you need, with a chiton, a mark of distinction for a man in Rome was the length. You're about 4 meters too short. Actually, see, if you had a very long train, you could bring it up over your arm.
Oh, I see,
And,
I see,
and this
I
is
see.
where the posture comes from.
My toggereth be overeth my armeth.
Oh,
Although
much
shorteth I my makeupeth for my performance.
Right. Okay, now we need some props. Would you have
Props?
anything about, like, say, I don't know, Julius Caesar, some knives?
Well, I have some over in the kitchen. Would
All
you like
right.
to go over there and we can have a look here? Do you have something in your bag?
Well, I did bring a script with me of Julius Caesar. It's a rather old, beaten-up copy, I'm afraid, but
I have a sort
well
of.
loved. Yes. You have some rather large knives over there too.
Yes. Very, very sharpeth. Very sharpeth. Very dangerous.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll stick with the plastic one for now.
All right.
Would you like to try speaking a little actual Shakespeare?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, here, I will give you the Mark Antony's famous speech, "Friends, Romans, countrymen."
This is just going to knocketh thy socketh off. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. Where was I? So are they all honorable men. Come, I speak to Caesar's funeral. My togeth falleth, but I continueth on. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus say he was ambitious, for Brutus says he is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this sin Caesar seem ambitious? When that poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. So, until we get back after this commercial, we will have a wonderful curry and get on to some lighter stuff. Yes!
Very good.
Hey,
Very good.
See, that's part of drama when you can't quite do that. Let me pour you a little wine here. What I'd like to do is just recap what's in this recipe here, because it is very, very easy to make, and it's quite delicious. Basically, you put in the vegetables for the curry and lots of cream and bits and pieces. With the rice, you also put in the chicken strips. You brown those, and you also put in the cream at the last moment. Curry paste and everything sort of mixes together, and then you pour it on the rice, and it becomes this unbelievably fluffy tasting curry, and it's wild. Then you decorate the plate nicely with some parsley and so on. It's absolutely terrific, and this is one of my favorite meals. Do you like curry?
I love curry.
Would you like to try a little here?
Smells absolutely wonderful.
I'm glad that Christoph Basilicus finally got out of the way. He was getting on my nervous. Now, isn't that wonderful?
That's very good.
Now, this is kind of a mild one. We put in a touch of Tabasco near the end there, and you can put in more, or you can put in some cayenne pepper if you'd like it hotter. But it's got a nice bite to it. It's just absolutely wonderful. Now, in your capacity as stage manager and director and stuff, what do you like to do with actors?
Well, you'd like to continue some lessons?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some lessons.
Well, actually, I'd like to kind of find out your range.
Okay.
Do you have, well, okay, let's see you do some emotions for me. Okay? Can you do, let's do,
Hey.
start with easy one. Let's do
You know
happy.
how Laurence Olivier got his start? He took my acting classes. I know all about emotions.
All right.
Okay.
You're on. Let's see. Happy. Okay? Anger.
Ah, you nasty wench! You swine! What do you think you're doing here?
Ecstasy.
Oh my God! Oh, I love this curry.
Pain.
Oh, this food is absolutely awful. I'll never eat here again. That Christoph Basilicus, or whatever his name was, he poisoned me. Atu Bruto Basilicus. Oh my God! How am I doing?
Uncontrollable excitement.
Oh, look! I've won! I've won! I've won my curry! Yes! I've won my curry! It's the best curry in the world! I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams!
Let's try some subtleties here. Subtleties, okay? Difference between happy and joy. Let's see joy.
What?
You did happy for a while. You did happy for a while. Let's see joy.
Joy is the passion of love.
For a copy of the Lonely Chef cookbook or a videotape of how you can be my guest on the show, or to join our Chef's Club where you could meet someone special on one of our romantic getaway parties, call 1-800-665-CHEF and have your credit card ready. If you would like to write to me personally, please send your letter to P.O. Box 740, Everson, Washington 98247.